The Giannis and Dame experiment at the Milwaukee Bucks could be over. The Bucks fell in the first round to the Pacers due to some unlucky injury luck, but we're going to have a look at what we can do for the Bucks and see if we can rebuild them or retool them to stay in the contention. Now, I believe they're going to run back the Dame and Giannis experiment. I'm not sure that their coaching moves during this season were wise or not, but we're going to have a look at what we can do for them and see what we can do moving forward. So when you look at the stats to end the season, Giannis had an awesome year and Dame also had a pretty good year as well. But in 2K really doesn't like older rosters and Dame is definitely going to start to regress this year. So we have to worry about Dame. We have to worry about Chris Middleton as well, who's 32. We also have to worry about Brook Lopez. So we definitely need a new center. We definitely are going to need a new small forward unless we keep Chris Middleton around for one more year and maybe look to trade Dame for something, whatever we can. And then the rest of the team kind of just falls away a little bit after that. Like, Pat Bev had an okay year, I guess. Like, is definitely, playing the same sort of role as he has previously. That 3-point percentage shot has definitely dropped off a little bit. But yeah, outside that, then you have, Pat Connaughton is 31. Beauchamp is probably a shining light for the Bucks. Like, we could definitely bring him into the team a little bit more, make him play a little bit. And maybe we have to play Beasley a little bit more too. So it's going to be an interesting offseason. I'm not sure which kind of way we're going to go. We're going to look at our options as a whole. And we get Jokic, Bronson, final series, Knicks versus Nuggets. And the Knicks win in 7, which is cool to see. Well done, Bronson. Well done. Gets a chip before Luka does. So we move into the offseason. Player retirements. LeBron is going to retire. We're going to overwrite that just for one season. Staff retirements. We don't have to worry about anything involving that. Draft lottery. I don't think we're going to have any picks in the draft at all. Nope. Does not look like it at all, which is... It's okay. I think it goes to the Pelicans there, which is fine. So staff signing. I think we have to keep our coach. I think Doc Rivers stays around for another year. Assistant head coach will come and play. Probably not. We'll see. Maybe we could offer him a little bit more money to see it play. I can't believe I said play. To come and coach. We'll see if we can maybe bring him around or Michael Staffer. We'll see if we can maybe offer these guys a bit of money to come and be an assistant coach. Hopefully help the team out a little bit. That's great. And then we'll fill out these other kind of roles as well. We'll do this and then the guard guru. Do we have any guard gurus ready to go? There should be one right there. Okay, so we'll just see if these guys will come and sign. Popovich doesn't, but everyone else does, which I didn't actually expect Popovich to come and join the Bucks, but that's okay. So if we move on to the NBA draft, this is going to be interesting because we can maybe trade into the draft. I don't know who we'd want to pick up. If we want to pick up... So Saar goes number 1. Saar would have been really good to pick up to put him next to... Giannis. So let's see. What can we get for Lillard? I don't really want to trade Lillard, but we have to look at that. Beasley's not going to want to sign with us, which is a little bit annoying. There goes a bit of our depth. And we have a second rounder here. So I kind of want to keep that second rounder. So if we can maybe look to trade Lillard. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. If we look to trade Lillard for something would be good. Like Tyler Hero, Terry Rozier, not really. Lauri Markkanen and John Collins could be actually a little bit interesting. Lauri's coming off a pretty good season. Having him next to Giannis, does that work? And we also get John Collins too to play that center role. De'Aaron Fox. Okay, that's actually really interesting. He's a lot younger, obviously, than Dame. And it's similar overalls. I'm not against that. That could be a fun little, team up. Cam Thomas and Ben Simmons. We could potentially look at this if we wanted to maybe go out next year and have a clean sheet. We'd get off Dame's contract. Well, Dame is out of contract at the end of this year, it looks like. But then Ben Simmons just leaves. That's an interesting one. Jamal Murray and Zeke Naji, Jarris Walker, CJ McCollum, Jakob Podol. Yeah, none of these guys really jump out at me too much. I'm actually not against that. Keon Ellis could develop into a good player for us. Sure, we'll do it. We made a big change. So who is up next in the draft? So we have Reece Asher goes to the Hornets. Can we maybe look at dealing with the the Pistons already traded. Okay. Maybe the Spurs. So Ron Holland. Let's see. Can we maybe trade with the Spurs? We'll propose a trade. We'll go for the Spurs pick, wherever that is. The Spurs. Like, obviously, this isn't going to be 100% realistic. This is just like a fantasy thing. Okay, if we look at trading Middleton, so they will actually accept that. But what if we also throw in Lopez? That's a lot of salary that we're shedding. I'm not even mad if we keep Middleton. But what if we get Keldon Johnson? The Spurs are going to acquire too much money. Okay, that's a shame. What if we take? If we could take Trey Jones as a backup and Keldon Johnson, that would be kind of cool. Or we could take Keldon Johnson and Collins. Would you accept? Would you do that? Would you do that? I don't think that would do that. Would you do that? They won't do that. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Let's get rid of Lopez. Let's get rid of that. Would you do Chris Middleton for Keldon Johnson and a first round pick? They won't do that. What do we throw in? A second? No. See, all these guys are basically like under contract or not under contract now. Pat Connaughton, would you do this? We won't do that. Okay, so maybe not Middleton. Maybe not Keldon Johnson. Who else do you have on your team? Sohan would be good, but he's not signed. Branham, Champagny. Okay, that's a shame. Can we somehow get this pick off you? Is that something we can do? Would you do Lopez for the pick? No. Okay. Lopez and Pat Connaughton for the pick? No. Okay, that's okay. We'll cancel that trade. I just want a young player. I just want to bring a young player through. Is there anyone? Does anyone have? So the 76ers have pick 6. What if we slide them Lopez? Is that they're not gonna do that? And then what if we slide them over? How's AJ Green progressing? 4 points last year. Would Pat Connaughton get this done? No. Okay. Would they take someone like a Chris Middleton? Who do they have on their team? They have Tobias Harris, who's expired. They have like literally no one under contract. They do have Paul Reed, who could potentially come in and just play a center role for us. Should we be looking at... Actually, we should probably be looking at a center rather than a draft pick. If we can't get a center, Jarrett Allen would be such a good pickup for us. But I don't think we can get this money right. We'll take on the Caris LeVert contract even. The Cavs would acquire too much money. Okay, maybe we can't get this to work. Maybe we keep Lopez. How much money? The Cavs would acquire too much money. So who's 6? Like George Niang. And we'll slide you a second round pick. Would you accept this? No. Okay. I didn't think they were going to accept this. We can't obviously trade these picks. It's so difficult. Maybe we look to maybe take in... We really need another center. What if we trade Finder these guys? What if we trade Finder, Middleton, and Lopez together? No offers were found. Okay. Can we get a later pick? Because I was thinking maybe we can get like Zach Edey or Klingon, or just to bring someone in. The Suns have a 23rd pick. Spurs, the Rockets. Like would the Rockets accept like a Brook Lopez for the first round pick? Would they accept like a Middleton? And we'll take back... Imagine if we get Shen Yun. Imagine if we could somehow get Shen Yun. Jabari Smith Jr., Dylan Brooks. Cam Whitmore could be interesting. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get this done, unfortunately. Does anyone want Brook Lopez? They will trade Paul Reed and a first-round pick. We get rid of Lopez, who's older and has a lot of salary. We get Paul Reed and a first-round pick. I am going to do this. I'm doing this trade. I'm doing this trade. It's a good trade. So now we get a pick in this draft. We get pick 19. Kyle Filipowski is here, who could be okay to bring in. Like, he's 20. He could definitely use some work. Or we could just go straight for Devin Carter, who's a ready-made player. Bring him in to play next to Fox. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in Carter, ready-made player to bring in to play with Fox, and maybe we can draft a center with this pick. Filipowski is still here. That is good. That's an awesome draft for us. We shifted our team quite a lot. We're going to keep Middleton around. We're going to have a bit of a younger team next year, and I'm actually really happy with what we just did. Beauchamp will accept. We'll bring him back. We're not going to have any money really to mess around too much. We'll bring these guys back if we can. Let's have a look here. Do we have bird rights on anyone? No, we don't. That's going to be annoying. So Malik Beasley wants to leave. So we might have to look if we can offer him a contract. He's a 75 overall. Drake Crowder, do we keep him around? He's 34. Keep him around for one more year. Gallinari, we'll see if he wants to stay. Thanasis, it might be time to say goodbye, buddy. Tata Washington, we're off a contract. Brook Lopez has a trade exception. Can we just renounce the rights on that? I don't know what happens with that. We might as well just leave it. Then Ryan Rollins, he's 22. He's fed up. We can see what we can do with him. So Malik Beasley, 75 overall. Let's see if we can work with him to bring him back. He's probably going to want way too much money. Malik Beasley, he wants 9 mil. And we can only offer the minimum. Okay, that is cool. What if we renounce the rights on this trade exception? I don't actually know what happens with that. Let's move off there. So where is Beasley? Malik Beasley wants 8 mil. Yeah, we can only offer the minimum. That's rather unfortunate. Unless we maybe say goodbye to some of these guys. Do we bring in Dinwiddie to play off the bench for 2 seasons? We can offer him. Okay, we'll offer him 2.6. See if he'll accept that. That's fine. He could be a good guy off the bench to have if Beasley doesn't come back to us, which I don't think he's going to. That's okay. He doesn't want to re-sign. So let's have a look. Let's look at the progression. I think that was a pretty successful offseason. We did quite a bit. Tata Washington is going to come back, but that's it. So Giannis is a 97 overall. Fox is an 89 overall. Chris Middleton is an 87 overall. Paul Reed is a 79 overall, but we're definitely going to play Filipowski a lot of minutes. And yeah, this team might be in a little bit of a predicament next year, but I reckon post next year, we're going to be looking all right. We get a younger Fox to come in and replace Lillard. That experiment, it was... I think they're going to keep doing it IRL, but I think for 2K purposes, maybe bringing in Fox is the right thing to do. So we're here at the trade deadline, and we're 24 and 27. After a retooling year, I think that's fair to say that that's where we should be sitting right now. I'm not sure what we should actually look at doing. Are there any contract extensions that we can offer? No one's really eligible, so that's okay. Where we're sitting right now is that's the power rankings. We are... My controller is wigging out. That's totally not me. 100% not me. We are sitting the 9th seed, so we're a play-in seed at the moment. But we could definitely make a move for the top 6 if we start performing a little bit better. The Lillard trade, I'm thinking it's going to work to our advantage. We have Giannis, who's dropped off a little bit, averaging 24 points a game. 10 rebounds. We have Fox averaging 23 points a game. Chris Middleton, 15. Bobby Portis, 14. Paul Reed, 7 and 8 rebounds. Devin Carter actually is playing really well. Maybe he's going to be moving into the starting spot for us over Dinwiddie. And Filipowski is also playing quite well. So it's okay. It's okay. We're looking okay at the moment. I'm not sure if we want to make a trade. What happens if we go in here and we sort this and we maybe swap Dinwiddie? We're not playing Sasha. We're not playing Sasha, buddy. I don't know why they keep trying to recommend playing Sasha, but we're not playing Sasha. So maybe we drop Dinwiddie's minutes down a little bit. Keon Ellis. Yeah, this is probably good. And we got to, oh wait, we need to give Carter a bunch of minutes. Okay. Let's drop Portis down a little bit. Let's drop Beauchamp down a little bit. Let's drop Spence down a little bit. Maybe Dinwiddie plays a little bit less. We'll go 15 a night. I'd rather Ellis play over Dinwiddie, I think, because Ellis's progression could be quite good. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. 25. We definitely need to invest in a new center. That's something that we're going to have to definitely bring in. The system proficiency is a 4-star grit and grind, which is pretty good. Devin Carter's okay in this spot. Keon Ellis would be a little bit better, which is very interesting. Yeah, Devin Carter's still okay. He's still developing. So what do we look at doing here? I'm actually not sure. I think we might have to look at maybe the team intel board. There's no players here. So obviously Chris Middleton's out of contract. Bo Portis is almost out of contract. Beauchamp's almost out of contract. Someone like a Zach LaVine is on the trade block. Vucevic is on the trade block, but he's quite old too. Because we really need someone that's like around the 30 years old mark. And is going to be able to come in and actually make a change for us. So Damian Lillard, he's having a good season. He's having an okay season. 43% from 3. Okay, he's really having a good season. Cool. The Kings are rebuilding. They're 27 and 23, so their record is still a little bit better than us. They do have Sabonis still. Yeah, I actually don't know. Daniel Gafford's on the trade block. And Jacoby Walter, actually. Jacoby Walter and Daniel Gafford are on the trade block. Maybe we look at trading with the Mavs. The Mavs are buying for some reason. So Zeke Naji's there, but that's kind of like a same step. Valanciunas. Valanciunas could be interesting. He's an 82 overall still. We know he's going to start regressing, but he's having a good year. Okay. So Valanciunas is there. If we could get Jalen Duren, that'd be bloody sick. Bradley Beal, Nurkic. No, none of those guys are really what we want. Okay, so I'm thinking we look at potentially getting Gafford or Duren or who is the other guy? I've got the other guy, Valanciunas. Okay, so let's have a look at if we can maybe work some trades out with either of those guys. So I'm going to do this trade with the Magic. We're going to trade Chris Middleton and a second-round pick for Wendell Carter Jr., who I think could space the floor good next to Giannis at the center. And we can also get Obi Toppin, who's a good off-the-bench piece because our bench depth is looking kind of average at the moment. And we can definitely switch around maybe Portis as well. Maybe we look to trade Portis. But I think Toppin could definitely come in. He's having a good season. We can flip him in the offseason if we need to. And we get Wendell Carter Jr., who I think is going to work well next to Giannis. And we get rid of Chris Middleton. He's only averaging 15 points a game. He's definitely regressing. He's definitely dropping a little bit. He's having a good year considering. So this is probably the best offer we can get for him. We could get other pieces. I did look at Gafford. I did look at Bam. I did look at a bunch of other guys, but I think this is going to be the best trade for us. So we're going to pop that trade right now. And then we're going to have a look and see maybe what we could get for Bobby Portis. Because like he's still a great player. Don't get me wrong. But I think there's opportunity out there. And I don't know if he's going to re-sign or not. He's got a player option. So this could be time for us to maybe move him on. There was a couple of like first round picks and stuff floating around, which was really interesting. Jalen Johnson could actually be quite interesting. But he's out of contract, and he's not having a great year. There's Drummond. Drummond actually could be quite interesting too. And we could play him as the backup center. He's locked away for quite some time. Playing him as a backup would actually not be too bad. And we get Trey Mann too, who does actually develop quite nicely in this game. We get rid of Pat Connaughton. I'm actually considering doing this trade. I don't know why. Portis is having a good year. We could look at maybe trading him in the offseason if we can maybe sign him back. Malik Monk, Mitchell Robinson, Rui Hashimura. He's not having the best season. They want Devin Carter as well. Well, there's Gafford. There's Daniel Gafford, who I couldn't actually find a good trade with before, but apparently now they want to give up Blue Portis for him. Darren Sharp, Reed Shepard, Dyson Daniels, Larry Nance, Kelly Oubre actually is pretty interesting. But I think we might end up staying with what we have. Trey Jones and Derek Jones off the bench actually wouldn't be too bad either. But yeah, I think... Okay, a 2025 first round, like Filipowski as well. Naz Reid, that's an interesting pickup. That actually, he could have been pretty interesting if I considered him. Moses Moody and Kevon Looney. Okay, I think we're going to run with this team the way we have it at the moment. I'm going to see you guys at the end of the season, and hopefully we can contend for a championship. Okay, we're at the postseason, and Luka Doncic is your MVP. We have Alexander Sal, the Rookie of the Year. We have Sixth Man of the Year, TJ McConnell. Wemby is the Defensive Player of the Year. Trace Jackson-Davis most improved, definitely looking good there. Clutch Player of the Year. And the OKC guys had a solid year. Do we get anyone on any of these teams? We get Giannis here. I think that might be it. Giannis on the defensive team. Anyone on the rookie teams? We do have Devin Carter here. And that is it. Okay, cool. So we ended up being the 11th seed. Wait, what? The 11th seed? We're not doing play-ins? Did they get rid of the play-in competition? Wait. What happened last year? What is this? What is this? We end up being the 5th seed. Okay, I don't know. That was just total. I guess play-ins don't exist anymore. So season stats, we'll look at our stats. I'm very confused at what's happening here. Fox, 25 points. Giannis, 23 points. Bobby Portis, almost 14 points. Toppin, 13 points. Wendell Carter Jr. came in and actually played a good part. Yeah, 11 points a game, 7 rebounds, which is pretty good. Devin Carter, he's not taking that big step, but in his first season, that's not too bad. Hopefully next season he jumps forward a little bit. Paul Reed's now off the bench. He actually played quite well. Beauchamp, the starting small forward, definitely came a little bit forward, but he definitely has some work to do. Maybe we can look to strengthen that position in the offseason. So there's no plans anymore, which is interesting. I don't know if we're going to beat the 76ers, but we'll have a quick look and see. And we advance to the second round, which is interesting. We come up against the Timberwolves, who have Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jalen McDaniels, Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, and Naz Reid. They haven't changed at all. Who did the 76ers actually have? Maxey, Kulig, Amundi, Mitu, and Embiid. And Brook Lopez. They have Brook Lopez still. Game 1 against the Timberwolves, we win. Game 2 against the Timberwolves, we win. Game 3 against the Timberwolves, we win. And Game 4, we win. Okay, so we're in the conference finals. Wow. In one season. Very interesting. Okay, we'll simulate the playoffs around. Oh, wow. I was gonna simulate the... Okay, this has never happened to me. We've never actually won a championship in our first year playing. That is insane. Okay, so Luka Doncic is your finals MVP. So we beat the Mavericks, we sweep them. We beat Denver here, who have Jamal Murray, Bogdan, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. Pretty interesting. And we absolutely destroy the Mavs here, who have Gary Payton, they've got Draymond Green and Daniel Gafford. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. This has never happened to me before. We've never won in the first season. So I think we run it back. That was very interesting. Actually, that was very, very interesting. So LeBron's going to retire. Mike Conley's going to retire. Lopez is going to retire. Staff retirements, no one of note. That actually probably benefited us that we managed to get through there. So do we have any picks in this draft? I don't think we do. That's okay. I'm just still blown away that we actually won a championship pretty quickly after we started this like little rebuild. I mean, we didn't really technically rebuild. We just brought some younger guys in, guys that play like defense and stuff, and just like hoped for the best, and it worked for us. So can we go back to back? That's the question. The OKC team didn't make it through to the finals, so yeah, we don't have any picks in this draft. That's okay. That is a-okay. So we did sign Portis during this season, so we need to make sure. So we'll bring back Dinwiddie off the bench for one more year. We may as well have Sasha there just to have on the bench. So bring everyone back. We'll just run this back as we can. Tata Washington, we'll see if we can bring back 2. And then do we have any bird rights for anyone? Do we need to worry about anyone? I don't actually think we do. We'll keep Tata Washington around. We're literally gonna copy and paste for last year. Do we have any cap? We have 13 mil to sign somebody. Okay. It's very interesting. We do need a small forward. Signing Trey Murphy would be insanely good. I would love to play Trey Murphy. Siddiq Bey's here too. Anyone we can flip to the small forward role. Did Grayson Allen have a good year last year? He didn't really. I actually don't know if I would want to sign him, but he could be a good small forward. Exum, he had an okay year last year. Yeah, I actually don't know. Moses Moody is here. Aaron Wiggins is here. We can definitely play him off the bench. Bol, Sarge. Westbrook is there too. Bruce Brown, Caruso. Okay, I think we might wait and see. We might see if any of these salaries drop a little bit. We'll bring back Tai if he wants to play for us, and then like we're literally just gonna run it back next year. And hopefully Devin Carter and some of the others take a good step forward too. So we'll go through to maybe day 10 and see if we can offer anyone a good contract. So maybe the Bucks need to trade Dame. Maybe that's what we need to do. So Tyrus Jones is there. Hardenstein is there. Trey Murphy has come down a little bit. Will he come down a little bit more? That's the question. He's still here wanting 18 mil. Can we get him on? Can we get him on a contract? I actually don't know. So the back, maybe 1 year. Can't offer any more. If he signs with us, I'll be very happy. I feel like he's going to be a good player for us. He probably won't. He's agreeing to sign with us. Oh my goodness, we got Trey Murphy, who had a pretty decent year last year. Okay. The Pels bring back Trey Murphy. Okay, that's fine. I didn't expect too much. Player progression, this should look okay. Yep, Toppin goes up, Carter goes up, Carter is coming up, Beauchamp comes up, Filipowski comes up. Okay, so we're looking good. We're looking nice and green for next year. Hopefully we can just run this back. Imagine if we can win 2 in a row. I would be absolutely thrilled with that. We'll load the last draft class. May as well. I was going to end after 1 title, but we're going to see how we go after trying to get 2. Second season in charge, Luka wins MVP back-to-back, averaging almost a 40-point triple-double. Insane. Rookie of the Year goes to Cooper Flagg. Sixth Man of the Year, Jarris Walker. Defensive Player of the Year, Wemby again. Jacoby Walter, most improved in Dallas. Was he on the trade table? I don't think he was. Anthony Edwards, Clutch Player of the Year with some insane stats there too. Mark Daigneault and John Murphy, Executives and Coach of the Year. We get Giannis on the second team and we get Fox on the third team. Great to see. I don't think we're going to have anyone. Giannis on the defensive team. Yeah, no one on any of the other teams. Okay, cool. That is completely fine by me. So we ended up... Okay, so the playoffs are completely messed up for some reason. We definitely should look at those rule changes every year. For some reason, they just keep muddling up and doing random crazy stuff. So if we look at our, oops, let me look at stats and standings. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I was just confuzzled after winning that championship. So Fox 25 points a game, 8 assists. Giannis 24 points a game, 9 assists. Devin Carter, he's coming along nicely, 14 points a game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Obi Toppin 13 points, Bobby Portis 11 points. Wendell Carter 10 and 6. Like, he's not the greatest center of all time, but he's definitely come in and helped us out. Beauchamp is the starting small forward. He's doing okay. He's doing okay. 38% from 3, definitely improved. And Ellis is just chilling here, doing Ellis things. So we come up against the Pacers, and for whatever reason, this whole season is actually messed up for some reason. So we come up against the Pacers, who have Rick Carlisle still. So they have Halliburton, Nembhard, Mathurin, Siakam, and Isaiah Jackson. So they don't have Miles Turner anymore. Can we win this? I'm unsure. We win in game 7. Okay, cool. We come up against the the Charlotte Hornets, who I think are going to be quite hard to beat. They got LaMelo Ball, Trey Mann, Brandon Miller, Grant Williams, and Mark Williams. Jalen Suggs off the bench. This is going to be quite interesting. So we lose game 1. Game 2, we lose. Okay. We need to fix something up here. Maybe let's drop it to an 8-man rotation. And see how this goes. So we're gonna play Reed, no one else. Okay, cool. Can we come back against the Hornets? We don't. We lose game 3. Do we get swept? We come back. Okay, so game 5 we win. Game 6 we win, and game 7 we win. We came back from 3-0 down. Okay, so we're into the conference finals again. I don't even know if this is technically the conference because everything's all messed up. But we come up against OKC, who I said are very good, and they have Shea, Giddey, OG, Jalen Williams, and Chet and Dort off the bench. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to OKC. Game 3 goes to OKC. Game 4 goes to OKC. And then Game 5 goes to us. Game 6 goes to OKC. Okay, we made it to the Western Conference Finals back-to-back years. The conference finals back-to-back years. But we don't win the championship. But I still think that's a pretty good retooling for us. So we won a championship finally in an NBA rebuild or retool year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below what you want to see next. I have a couple of ideas, but I just thought a Bucks retool would be quite fun to do, and it actually proved to be. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the playoffs and have a lovely rest of your day.